Do you see this screen, guys? These 10 days of Python. Yeah, do you see? Okay, great. Yeah, that's the first thing I do all the time when I'm recording, because I have to be sure that my students see the right page, and I have to be sure that it's also recorded. Welcome everybody for Python Fundamentals. By the end of this course, I believe you will have a very solid understanding of Python. So as you can see from this, you have to also just follow this outline or roadmap for the next 6 sessions. You can plan based on days. For instance, we have about 10 categories. You can divide it into a couple of 3 or 4. So reading this to the first day and this the second day, you can plan yourself, yeah? But definitely we will finish this in the next 6 sessions. And by the end, you will have a very solid understanding of Python. But it's not good enough to be, a Python developer, but you will have the starting point. Yeah. So what's the first thing to do is actually installing Python. Yeah, do you see I am on the official Python website, so I have to install this first. To install Python, it's so easy. As you can see, you come here and install. I have to wait for some time. Yeah, the installation is over, so I have to click it once and then wait for some time. It asks me to install. First, I have to tick this, add path 3.92 path. Yeah, so I am adding actually this the computer environment, so it will be accessed in all projects when we are trying to use Python. Yeah, so then install. Then you just wait for some time and it will be installed. How many of you installed Python already? Can you just type 1 for me? And that tells me. Could you type 1 for me? And that means something for. Yeah, it seems everybody got already Python on your computer. Yeah, that's great. Thank you guys for doing the reading assignment. Yeah, Python has been installed. Setup was successful. We close it. Done. So now the installation is done, but we're about to use it. Do you see the search here? Type search, type here to search. I will open CMD, the command prompt. You can just click over here and you may see a black screen. Don't worry about this black screen. So then you write Python and hyphen version to check the version. And if we got the version, that means Python has been installed on this computer. Oh yeah, as you can see, I have Python 3.96 installed on my computer. Great, you may follow these steps also. And whenever you have doubts, you may ask me a question. Okay, is it clear so far? You may type 1 again, and that's why I know if you are just following or just sleeping or, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I may bother you quite a lot of times by asking you to type 1. I am on Mac, so still struggling. If you are on Mac, just open terminal, okay? Just type open your terminal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really, Is 3 point, if you have above 3.6, it's okay. Okay, guys? No problem. No problem. But if you are a Mac user, open the terminal and type Python there. Python, sorry, the same Python and version. Great. Now I want to write Python script over here, you know. I think Python usually comes with a default, but the default might be 2.7 on Mac. You may just check without installing. If you check, you may have a Python already. Just open the terminal and check this command. Okay, great. But if you couldn't, you may just follow me and do the installation a bit later. Now let's open the Python interactive shell. We call it Python interactive shell. You use the word Python and you press enter. When you press enter, actually, the Python interactive shell or the playground that allows you to write Python script has been opened. Yeah, great. Do you see this cursor? So now I can ask Python to do some simple calculation for me. I think everybody loves addition, right? 1 plus 2, and everybody knows the result. Just press enter and I should get 3. Great. Is it fast, guys?
Yes, I have just installed it and now I'm trying to the command prompt thing.
Okay, great. I will be slow down a bit. Yes. Yeah, but no, you don't open on Mac. You have to open the terminal. You don't have CMDBs, but the terminal, the Mac terminal, okay? Have you ever opened the Mac terminal? That's there, you just type, oh, then I will show you after this recording, I will show you how to open there later.
Maybe I can help. So to open the terminal, you need to press command and space bar, and then there is this search bar, and you can just type terminal. And when you do this, the terminal window opens.
Yeah, actually you're right. Yeah.
And what about after that?
You write this.
Oh, okay.
No, this part. You check Python version. For Mac users, we may have a problem a bit because but by default it has 2.7. We should uninstall the 2.7 and install again 3 point something as a 3 and above. So that needs a bit of a work. So that's why. As you can see, guys, 1 plus. Okay, then I think how about if you just follow and maybe fix that later. Is that okay? Or another way for people who had a problem to install, I can suggest this site. You can follow this for the time being. You can follow with this. For instance, this one, it allows you print 1 plus 2, and you just run, you can see result. Yeah, so I can share with you this link and follow me with this link, and we do the installation later. Okay, great. But as you can see now, when I'm adding 1 plus 2, I don't like writing like that. I want to add space all the time, and it's so clean, as you can see. 1 plus 2. 2 minus 1. Yeah, 3 times 2. 3 divided by 2. Have you seen? So we can do calculation. How about the power of something, the power of some number? Instead of writing 3 times 3 times 3, this means actually 3 the power of 3. So we can write with 2 star sign, we can make power, as you can see. Oh, do you see my command prompt, guys? Do you see my black screen?
Only black screen like Python license for more information, till that only I can see.
But you don't see what I'm writing now? 27, you don't see the 27, the last?
No.
Oh, how is that? How about this now?
Now it's blank for me.
But 1 plus 2, I think everybody looks in the dictionary. What do you see now? I have some, what did
Like here written credits or license for more information, and after that it's like blank page.
I can see the number 3 times by 3, 27, and
you see that, right?
yeah, I can see that.
Okay, then I think
I can see same.
it's not my problem. So how many of you see what I'm writing now?
I'm seeing what you are writing, but why I have this error, like this identification error, unexpected indent?
Because you added extra. Yeah, but can you Anshuka, could you please? Yeah, I will answer your question later. Yeah,
Okay.
guys. So I felt that everybody see what I do, right? Yes, great. Now, as you can see, this means to the power of 5. Yeah, great. So no problem with my screen. Everybody see what?
Yeah, now I can say. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you too. So as you can see now, everybody see what is here. We did addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. It's so easy, right? And also we can multiply multiple numbers, but sometimes, do you know this, the power of 3, the power of 3, we can use 2 star signs. And then to the power of 5. Maybe, how about to the power of 10? Do you remember the value of this number? To the power of 10? Yes, 10 the power 1024. So if for instance, if I do 1 plus 3, I will have an error because I left some space over here. It's an indentation error. Actually, when we do such kind of a mistake, we call it a bug. So fixing our bug is debugging. So I have to remove this space. Now the space has been removed. I can run that again. Are you following so far, guys? How is it going? Can you just show that one? Yeah.
Yes.
Great. But for some of you, if you didn't have it, you can use this print 1 plus 2. Yeah, because I forgot to add the other operand, you can use this site, the site I have shared with you. If you didn't install the Python and print 2 minus 1, as you can see, yeah, print 2 times 3, you can run, you can get. So actually for the time being, you can practice using this online Python editor. Yep, but for people who installed, but why it give us without printing? Yeah, so this Python interactive shell, it give us output without print, but in a real editor, we have to use print 1 plus 2. Then you may ask, what is this print? Oh yeah, actually print is a function, a built-in function. Functions usually do have name. So the name of this function is actually print. And whenever we call a function, we have to have parentheses. Yeah, inside the parentheses, we can have argument. For instance, it could be a number 20, 21. Or it could be some calculation, 99 plus 1, and everybody knows it's 100, right? Or it could be someone's name, as you can see. Now, because I'm writing a name is a text, I put it under quotation mark. We call it string. Strings are text data types. Yeah. But before that, we didn't finish the arithmetic. Now I want to show you additional the sign of arithmetic. This, if we divide 5 by 2, what's the remainder? Actually 1, right? So we can use the percent symbol to find the remainder of some division. So 5 modulus 2, or the other way, 5 divided by 2, the remainder is going to be 1. Okay, how about 9 modulus 5? If we divide 9 by 5, what's the remainder? I need an answer, guys. Type on the message. If we divide 9 by 5, yes, exactly. Now you got what this symbol means. But now I want you to answer, if I divide 8 by 2, what is the remainder? So waiting for none. Yes. So actually now, as you can see, all even numbers, whenever we divide by 2, their remainder is 0. So if some number modulus 2, if it gives you 0, then that we can check that that number is actually an even number. Yeah. So it's one way of identifying an even number. Great. Another symbol, a floor division. If I divide 9 by 5, what is the floor division? Floor division means the quotient. How many times it can be divided? How many times 9 can be divided by 5? 1. Great. That's the floor division. Great. Everybody got it, what it means. 7. Floor division. Okay. 2. What's the floor division now? Yeah, we don't care for the remainder, but the quotient. Great. I felt that everybody got what we are doing, and that means you managed to write your Python here. If you want, you can also use the print, but here when we are using this the Python interactive shell, we don't have to use print because it can be printed by itself. Yeah. Now let's go out from this Python interactive shell using exit. So now I'm invoking or calling the exit function to go out from this the writing. Do you see this 3 arrow? And you go out. Now I am in the command prompt. I mean, I'm not anymore in the interactive shell. Again, if you want to get in there, Python, yeah, and then to go out. That's so whenever you want to test something, hey Python, I want you to do something. You may say, for instance, 98 times 5. You got some calculation here, yeah? Or maybe just some 90.81 times 100 kilogram. Yes, the mass of something on planet Earth multiplied by gravity, it gives you this. So we are doing some Python just to test it fast, but most of the time we don't use the Python interactive shell to do Python. Instead, we use a text editor. So I don't use this. I have to get out. Now we have to use a text editor, and it's going to be VS Code. But before we start VS Code, let's have a 10 minutes break, and we will return after 10 minutes. Yeah, let's have a 10 minutes break. Welcome back, everybody. In the first session, we saw the command prompt, how to use Python, checking the version like this, and then also opening the Python interactive shell like this. We can get out from the interactive shell using exit function, or we can open it with just py. So you know it, we have covered that. And but most of the time you don't write Python script on the Python interactive shell. Instead, on a text editor or code editor. And today we will see the VS Code, the most common text editor in most companies. Yeah, but this is one of the most well-known text editor currently. It can be used for JavaScript, Node, C#, whatsoever. As you can see, language supports. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, many language support. So let's wait until it's downloaded, and then we will install this VS Code. We click it once, and then it comes something like this. So I will be as slow as possible, then you will have a chance to follow me, right? Yeah, great. Accept. And then you click over here, and then next, just next the default install, and give it some time. Oh yeah, now, as you can see, if you keep that, it will be opened by itself, finish, and it will open for me. Yeah, as you can see, very, very clean, and you can navigate. So this is the different theme. As you can see, do you want white background or dark or something different? Or if I want also some more, you can just choose the different versions, the different looks. As you can see, you can change. Yeah, I'm using the arrow button, down, 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 down. Okay, for instance, you want that. But I think most of the time, okay, let's go dark visual, the default. How about the others? As you can see, what is this? Yeah, these are the different language extensions. As you can see, JavaScript, Python, Java, Markdown, So we can add extensions that support different programming languages. One shortcut to access everything, that is actually Control-Shift-P. Where is it? Yeah, it's here. I will show you Control-Shift-P. Yeah, then you will have all the activities. Yeah, so we call it command palettes. Is the keyboard way to accomplish any task. Yeah, so to accomplish any task, Control, Shift and P, open this palette. But you don't have to remember. There's another cheat sheet for shortcuts. So this is a project structure. As you can see, you have the project at the bottom in different folders and files. And if you want to see also the next open interactive, but I think that's too much. I can just close it. Convenient in built-in terminal. Built-in terminal means it has a terminal. Now, if I just drag this, the terminal will open. Have you seen? Yeah, the command prompt terminal. And you can change this to other. It could be Git bash or PowerShell or debug console terminal output and problems most of the time here. Limitless extensibility. Yeah, there are different extensions that support different programming languages and that improve productivity actually. Yeah, they range from handy productivity hacks, expanding out of the box features to adding completely new capabilities. Tune your settings. You can change your settings, like you can come in here and open the setting and yeah, configure your setting in a way you want. It has quite a lot of capability. So now if I show you this, we will learn step by step. This is not my default color. This is not the color I want. So I want to remove this. I can say, for instance, I'm done and boost creativity. Productivity, sorry. And yeah, I don't need this anymore, so I can just close this. But I'm not also in favor of this theme background color. So I can change the background color by coming to here, color theme. Again, you can change different colors, as you can see. Yeah. Okay, for the time being, I can leave it there, but we can even get more colors by coming here, the extension. For instance, my favorite, Dracula is good. Dracula. You can come here and install. To see the preview first, this is how it looks like. And to see the downloads, as you can see, 2.6 million, quite a lot of people, yeah? Then I can actually install it. Then, yeah, set color theme. I think this one is good enough for me. Now it has been changed already and it looks different. What is this extension? Yeah, because it's an extension for different uses, productivities, lots of purpose extensions that can be used for different purpose. Okay, this can be also to trace the GitHub. You have a search to search some items in a file. And this is actually file to create to manage the folder. As you can see, you toggle it. This is also toggling. It opens, closes. Yeah, now I will take you to the window, the desktop. This is my desktop and I call it Python fundamental. of Python. Yeah, I have created a folder, fundamentals of Python. There. Now I want to be here and I can open that folder. As you can see, I have to go to the desktop. And what was the name? The name was actually fundamental of Python. Where is it? Yeah, this one, fundamentals of Python. Oh yeah. Now, nowadays, this VS Code is asking, do you trust this folder or something? Yeah, yes, I trust because I have just created. Have you seen it now? The project is actually here. So by clicking over here, you can create a new file or folder, or you can create here, for instance, WEEK-1, right? So it's WEEK-1. So the first file I want to create is going to be hello.py. And this hello, I don't need it any, I mean, this welcome, I don't need it anymore, so I have to close it. Yeah. Now, as you can see, this is hello.py Python. I can write print hello world. In most programming language, the first statement we write is actually hello world, and print is actually a function that allows us to print. And I can run. Did I tell you that we can open the terminal like this? Yeah, now the terminal is open. Great. Or you can also open the terminal by clicking over here. You can click actually, and then you can click over here, open integrated terminal. Yep. Then I can say Python, and the name of the file. What's the name of the file? hello.py. Yeah, the reason why I didn't get is because I didn't save the file. So Control S. Now I have to run this again. Hello world. Great. And now let's do also more adding. 1 + 2. Everybody knows the value. It should be 3. And let's run. Yeah, but I didn't save it. Control. Yes, Control S should save it. But this is very tiring, saving now and then. We have to use the setting to change auto save. Auto save. If you change this off to on after a delay of 100 millisecond or 1 second, it will be on. I mean, it will be saved by itself. I will show you now. Print 2 - 1. And now let's start again. As you can see, it's 1. And now let's do more. Print 2 × 3. You must be expecting the value 6, right? But this seems not very big. I have to, I think, make it a bit, and that's too much. Yeah. Do you see it properly, guys?
Can I just ask you, because this Visual Studio has been used previously, where did you get the file? Because did you need to create a new workspace or something?
Yes, I will show you step by step. Okay, can you have a look?
Yeah.
I don't need this, I don't need this. And let's imagine that I'm closing it, right? And to close it or to the worst workspace, I just, okay, I have to wait a bit. I thought I close it. Let's remove from workspace. Why? Yes, yeah, I can also close it. Anyway, VS Code. This should be closed. Why it's stuck in here? Sometimes it looks. Yeah, anyway, what you should do, for instance, if I want to bring something from the desktop, add folder to the workspace. Now, for instance, 10 days of Git and GitHub. I brought it, as you can see, I have this, yeah. If I want to also work in another project at the same time, I can bring, for instance, data analysis with Python. Here, have you seen? Now I have different, I can work here or maybe here or here, but I don't really, for some reason, this was not, now I think without any problem, it has been removed. Yeah, everything has been removed. At least you have to have this, right? Do you have this?
Actually, I opened a new workspace and then selected fundamentals of Python that I created on the desktop.
Yeah.
And when I go and get it, it says it can't find it, so it doesn't open it.
It should work because this I am doing the same. If you remember, I had this folder. I create this folder. Yeah. Now I am here, and we go to this. You select it, add. Yeah. Then we created a folder, WEEK-1. Even since I don't have much information, even I can destroy this and do all over again. Okay, let's do all over again. You don't need even this. What I did, let's create a file, fundamentals of Python on the desktop. We just created a folder, okay, just a folder, and this is going to be our project. And then let's run VS Code. VS Code workspace doesn't have anything, just is the welcome. So let's close this welcome. We don't need it. Add folder. So our project actually. So we have to go to the desktop. What project do we want to open? Select, just selecting. Because it doesn't have anything else, you just select, and this should be add. And now it's added. Since it doesn't have anything, let's create a folder, another folder, WEEK-1. Yeah. And now, since we need a file, hello.py, any Python file should be with .py extension. It should have a .py extension. Great. This is what we did. And now, as you can see, do you want to install recommended extension for Python? This is the amazing feature of VS Code. Even though you don't know what extension you need, it's recommending you. Let's just use all the recommended, okay? Show recommendations. Yeah, at least Python, I mean, this VS Code knows that at least I need the Python extension. Have you seen how many times downloaded? 40 million times. So let's install this. Wait for some time. So what's the purpose of this Python? It gives us linters, debuggers, and lots of productivity tools. We don't have to indent manually. So this IntelliSense, in addition, IntelliSense means it gives us suggestion when we write. It gives us a suggestion, and auto-completion, all those features can come with this extension, and that will increase our productivity, and it has been developed by Microsoft. It's taking an expected, yeah, now it's, by the way, after I installed that extension, something green came over here. Print I can also make this like, yeah. Print hello world. So I don't have to all the time run it from here by calling the file name Python. What's the file name? Hello world, right? hello.py. I think I told it. Oh yeah, I have to go to week-1. Yeah, this looks a bit bigger. So cd week-1, and I have to run this now. Yes, but instead actually I can just use this and it run for me. Have you seen it? Yeah, it's running for me. Okay, let's do more. I think it seems very big. Print 1 plus 2. As you can see, it's 3. Print 2 minus 1. And again, 1. Print 2 times 3. 6. And now again, print 3 divided by 2. 1.5. And now let's see modulus. Modulus is actually a remainder. 5 divided by 3. What's the remainder, guys? What's the remainder when you divide 5 by 3? I'm waiting for an answer, at least from the chat. Yes, 2. Great. Print. Now let's go for a floor division. 5. Floor division 2. When we divide 5 by 2, what's the floor division actually? Yes, that means we don't care of the remainder, we care of the quotient, how many times can be divided. Yeah, 2 again. And again, print what's the floor division of this? 9 divided by 5. What's the floor division? 1. Great, because 9 divided by 5 one times, and we have the remainder of 4. Great. Now let's do exponential. Sometimes we do 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2 times. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is another way of, sorry. Do you know the value of this? 2 times 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. And sometimes it's not easy to write something long like this, and it would be tedious. Instead, we can write 2, 5 to the power of 5. So instead, we use these 2 star signs to create power or exponential. And this gives us actually the same as line number 8. Or for instance, 2 to the power of 10. This is equal to 1024. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, guys, now you have completed arithmetics. Arithmetics in Python. Yeah, and what we have covered so far, arithmetic in Python. So if everything is clear so far, please type 1 for me after my message. That's what.
Can I ask?
Please, yes.
Have I done something wrong because I don't have this? Okay, now I have it.
Okay.
I went away and I came back and now I have it. So no problem. Hope so.
Okay.
Thanks.
Great. Okay, if everything is clear now, let's move on to Python comments. Okay, I create a new file, comments.py. Yeah, comments. Okay, this is a single line comment. Yeah, this is a single line comment. Yeah, comment means in Python or other programming language, comment make our code more readable, or it allows us to leave some remark next to the code. Yeah, so we write comments, and that comment will not be executed by the Python program, and it doesn't cause any problem also. Yeah, our code doesn't crash. For instance, I can say print, I love Python. So this should be printed out. Don't you love Python, guys? Yeah, I love Python. So I wrote something alien, but still my code is actually running because this is a comment. A comment is okay. Still your code runs. And the reason why we leave, for instance, I can say the Python script below is using a print in built-in function. Yeah, as you can see, I'm using a print built-in function to print some text. Yeah, so I'm explaining this code using text. That's comment. That is single line comment, but sometimes we can also use double line, multiple line comment. That means Python can be a Python comment can be also written on multiple lines. I'm just showing you a demo. So we can also write multiple line comments if we have lots of text to write. Yeah, this is, it could be in a double multiple or single multiple. What does that mean? For instance, this is also a multi-line comment in Python programming. Yeah. Yeah, now you have learned about, does our code still run? Of course it does. And even sometimes if you don't want to run some code, for instance, 10 plus 90, the value is actually 100. And if you don't want to run this code, you can comment it out for some time, yeah? Great, now we have finished about comment, yeah? Is it clear? Yes, tell me please, is it clear? Type on for me. Okay, yeah, it seems that very clear. Now let's move on to built-in functions. Built-in functions.py. So this is a file, and the reason why I am calling the name this, because in this I want to teach built-in function on this file. On this file, we will see different built-in function. Okay, there are built-in functions. They are already built, and you don't have to think about them. You just make use of. For instance, the print is a built-in function. You can pass number or text or anything inside, and you can make use of the print function to print different data types. And we will talk about data types later. So what are the different built-in functions? Let's write them down. Print, length, input, type, stir, absolute value. But do you have to remember all this? No. At the very beginning, I was talking about these 30 days of Python or 10 days of Python. We have their functions, built-in functions, and absolute value, del author, hash, memory view, set, all. You don't have to know this in one go, but some of them are very important, and we will learn the most important now. For instance, round is very important. Max is very important. Tuple, sum, stir, int, a bool, and dir is also, but step by step we will see, not in one go. So for instance, print length input type stir, int, float, round. Let's see this. First, let's do the print function. The print function allows us to print something. For instance, my name, or your name, or some number. Print Finland, and maybe what's the year? 2021. Where are we? Specifically in Helsinki. So as you can see, it takes multiple arguments and different data types. Okay, okay, we are in a Python class. Let's just print this out and see. As you can see, my name, and then Finland, 2021, Helsinki, we are in a Python class. So by now, I think you may be a very clear understanding of this, the print function that takes any kind of data type. It's not only one, it can take multiple arguments. We call this argument, argument. Okay, great. Now let's check len. Len is actually to check the length of something. For instance, Finland. How many letters do we have in Finland? I think it's 7, right? Yep. Length. What's the characters or the letters in Finland? We have to print out this to know. Now we are using actually the len and the print. First, we have to know the what is this? The characters or the length, and then we have to print it out. According to my calculation, I think it's going to be 7. Let's see what Python say. Yeah, 7, that's right. Now let's print the length of maybe Helsinki. I think the Helsinki might be greater. I can see 3 and then 3, I think it's 8. Let's see. Yeah, great. Now we learn the len function, built-in function. Great. Now let's learn about input. Yeah. Input is actually to get data from user. So input, then you have to say, you have to give instruction for the user, enter your country. Now let's see. Yeah, have you seen it? Enter your country. I may say Finland. Yeah, but I have to print the country also. I may say print. Let's see it now. Finland. As you can see, Finland has been printed out. Oh yeah, great. But it would be actually nice if we store that in a variable. We will come and talk about that. What does that mean, variable? I can just show you country. Now it's a variable. Variable means a memory location that allow us to store data. We are accepting data from the user, taking data from the user, and we put it here. Okay, country. Then we may say print. You may say, you are from the beautiful. And then I can just pass the country here now. Yeah, as you can see now, I have this part, you are from the beautiful, and then country. What country? Is it Sweden or Estonia or maybe Finland? No one knows yet. It's coming from the user. Let's run it. Then it says, okay, maybe Finland. As you can see, you are from the beautiful, the beautify. Okay, no beautify anyway. From the beautiful, I can run it once more. And Finland. You are from beautiful Finland. Okay, great. Yeah, so you can take different values. Now type. Type is actually a kind of a function that allows you to identify the data type of different value. For instance, what do you see when it's a number, right? If I write my name, it's a string, or if I write some, yeah. So, but let's check type of 10. I'm expecting integer actually. Let's print that. Print type of 10. I'm expecting 10 integer. Let's see. Yeah, first because it's asking me, but as you can see, int. Now the code or the script above is asking me to give a value. I have to comment it out for the time being. How about if I have print type and 9.81? This is actually a bit different from this number. This is the whole number and it's an integer, but this one is actually a rational number, so it's a fraction. So we call it in Python a float. Let's see. It's a float, yeah. How about print type 1 plus 1 or maybe 4j? You don't have to worry about much. We write complex numbers like this. And if you ask Python to identify the type of this number, it will tell me that it is actually a complex number. So now actually when we are learning built-in function, we managed to identify the different data types of numbers. So we may say integer, float, and complex. Great. Okay, then let's move on to string. Oh yeah. For instance, if I am trying to say I am, by the way, we can concatenate strings. I am 250 years old, you know, years old, why not? You don't believe me, but I am. But anyway, let's try to print this. What I'm trying to do is actually to connect or merge this all together, but it's only possible for strings. Now I'm trying to concatenate. Concatenation is actually to connect different strings. But do you think is it possible? No, it's not possible. Python will start crying. Okay, let's see. Yeah, have you seen? Type error, can only concatenate a string to a string. This can be concatenated with this, but not with this. So another way, we have to change this to a string first using the stir function, built-in function. Now I should be able to concatenate and print the value. I am 250 years old. I can make it. Yes, great. Yeah. Now maybe I can also show you some trick. For instance, if I say, if I am getting some value, for instance, gravity input, if I say enter gravity, and then maybe the mass of someone, it's 100. And we are trying to calculate the weight of the body. And then we say mass times gravity. As you can see, we are expecting the user to give us the gravity. The reason why we are expecting gravity from the user might be on Earth or Moon or Mars, no one knows, and that gravity varies. So let's try and let's print also the weight after calculation. Yeah, so if you run this actually, enter gravity, the gravity, for instance, we are on planet Earth, 9.81. But what is all this number? I don't know. What's happening? (9.81). I don't know. Okay, let me check what's happening. Gravity input, mass. Okay, yes. What is happening is actually this has been multiplied not in a way we want. So first we have to change. Yeah, the thing is actually this has been multiplied 100 times. So what you see here, 9.81 has been created 100 times. So first we should change this value to number. So we have to use the float to change it, because this input give us in a form of a string. Now you don't see that problem. Instead, you will see 9.81, and as you can see, 9.81 times 100, you get 981. Yeah, that's the weight of the body. Okay, let's see more. Absolute value, the absolute, but since this is going to run a couple of times, I don't want it to be. Now, let's see what's the absolute value of -5. Tell me, what's the absolute value of -5? Everybody knows this. Oh yeah, it's 5. The absolute value of 5 is 5. So we have used also int. Int is sometimes whenever, I think we didn't use int, but if you don't want, for instance, print the int of 3.14. What do you think? What's the value of int 3.14? It's chop off the decimal, okay? It's chop off the decimal and you will get what? Yeah, that's what you get. So you should use it deliberately, because as you can see, you are losing some data. Yeah, as you can see, I got. But how about also print int of 9.81? What do you think? What's the value of this? I'm waiting for you guys. Yes. Yeah, it's also, but what do you think about print 3.1, round 3.14? What would be the rounding of 3.14? Yes, great. Print round of 9.81. What would be the rounding of 9.81? Yes, 10. Yes, this one is going to be 3 because rounding takes place, round up if it's above, if this value is above 5, round down is if this is less than 5. So this should be rounded to 10 and this should be rounded to 3. Great. Oh yeah, but sometimes you can also make use of this function. For instance, if I'm not interested in the second digit, I can say round it to 1 digit. So I should see 9.8, as you can see. Oh yeah. So you can limit the number of significant digits. Are these all the? No, but I can, let's add also, for instance, another max, min, sum. Yeah, these are very important. For instance, let's see the minimum value of -5 to 1 minus 20 and 20 and 4. What's the smallest value in here, guys? Tell me. Yes. Minus 20 is the lowest value. And let's see. Yeah, and can we also figure out the maximum value? Max, so you just these two max, and I'm expecting, what do you expect? What's the maximum value in here? Yeah, 20, as you can see. And now let's sum all this number together. If we sum all this number together, we can use the sum function. Actually, this will be canceled out, and then we will have this and this will be canceled out, and then I'm expecting 2. I'm expecting 2. The sum is 2. Yep. Let's see. But oh yeah, an error, because actually the sum should be taking list instead of values like that. So I have to give it like that, and I'm expecting 2. Yeah, great. So sometimes the way we give also the argument matters. But let me check if we are left with another important, very important set. We will see that later. Maybe there is very important sometimes whenever you want to see about something. For instance, you may say, hey, string, you may write some string and you want to know about this string. And then what you should do, actually print dir, and then you just pass it there. And this dir gives you different methods to manipulate that string. Have you seen the different methods related to lower? We can use the lower, is printable, is numeric, is lower, is identifier, is digits, lots of methods related to this string. And we will talk about later also other time. At that stage, it will be more clear than now. Yeah, let me check if there is another more important. We will come to the others later, but for now, this is good enough. Yeah, thank you. Do you have any question related to built-in functions? Built-in. Okay, yes, I will show. We have this dir built-in function, dir. For instance, you don't have to remember everything, okay? You don't have to remember everything. For instance, now if I pass 10, 10 is actually an integer. So this dir gives you all the methods available to manipulate integers if you print now. So you don't have to go on Google to look for other, but instead, actually, you can see the different methods available here to manipulate a certain data type. And this will be clear a bit later than now. Yeah, is it clear now? Shume, this will be very clear a bit later. Now, it's not very, it's hard to connect with anything. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, the dir allows you to, gives you a documentation or the available methods of different data types. Now, I like to talk about what would be the best, see, let me see, variables. I want to talk about variables. .py. What are variables? Actually, variables are stores or containers to store some data. Containers to store different data types. But even then, if we are talking about there are containers to store different data types, then I think we have to know about the different data types. Then I think it's better to talk about the data types first and then come to variables. What are data types? That's different data types. For instance, if I write 10, it's an integer, right? If I write 9.8, it's a float. If I write 1.2j, it's a complex number. If I say Finland, what kind of data type is it? I've been talking about that. Finland, Helsinki. Yes, Helsinki. And if I talk about list of students here, maybe I can say Anna, and maybe I can say Riley. And if I say Risto, I have just some list of students. What kind of data type is it? A list, or you can have list of names, list of countries, list of routes. And by the way, I can store it in a variable names. So these names, actually the names variable is storing all this list. You may say countries, and then I can store actually another list, Finland, of course, Sweden, and then Norway, and all the way to Denmark. And now I have list of countries. So easy, right? And then you can have list of fruits or vegetables, whatever. Yeah, fruits, and you may start with an apple, and then a banana, and a mango, and orange, whatsoever. Yeah, list. And then I want you to and let's talk about another data type is actually set. Let me, for instance, change this to set. You can say fruits. Then the difference between set and list, this doesn't allow duplicates. For instance, I can again write banana of banana, but here this doesn't allow duplicates, and we will talk about more later. And now let's, I can call this list for you to identify it, and we can call this sets, yeah? And now I may talk about also different data structure or data type and tuple. What is this tuple? Okay, we have this parenthesis instead of something like this, parenthesis. Why we need different data structure or data type? This one we call it tuple. Once we create it, we can't modify it, but this we can modify it. This list also we can modify it. And then dictionary, and it will be fine. For instance, dictionary, okay? We can say a car. A car may have a model. What's the model of the car? Maybe if you want to be more modern, then you want to have one. And the color, maybe the color of the car. Okay, let's see. It could be maybe blue black or blue, and maybe gear, or it's not a manual, it's automatic. Automatic. Yeah, this is a dictionary looks like, guys. As you can see, I just mapping a key value. By the way, we will come to every data type later. This is just an introduction. Then it allows us to work clearly on variables. Now you have a kind of, some insight about data types, then we can declare variables properly. Yeah, so what are variables? Variables are containers to store data. Now let's create a variable A. Inside A, I can store. How about in B? I can, yeah, now you tell me, what is the value of A? What's the value of A? How about if I do A times 10? What will be the value at line number 6? Yes. How about if I do print A times B? What will be the value? Great. Then you know that this is not an equal sign, okay? This is not an equal sign, and instead we call it operator. It's an assignment operator. This equal sign is an assignment operator. We are assigning this value to be stored at A for to stored at B. Now let's do then. What is the total of total A plus B? Now we are addition. Then what's the difference of B minus A? As you can see, first we did addition. After the addition, we stored total. What do you expect from total? Oh, no, okay. What do you expect from the difference? B minus A. Great. Then product A times B, and then division again, A divided by B, and then remainder, the remainder of Y, remainder 3 by 4 by 3. I am expecting 1. And then a floor division. As you can see, the way we declare variable, it could be a single letter or it could be a word. Yeah, these are variables. A is a variable, B is a variable, total is a variable, diff is a variable, product is a variable. And whenever a variable can be a single letter or a compound word like this, and it could be long. For instance, capital CT. So whenever we use compound word, we use the underscore. Current year. For instance, I can use number 1. I can use, yeah, but I can't use 1 at the very beginning. Have you seen even this VS Code is so smart that I made a mistake and everything gets right. So you can't use number in front of a variable, but you can use number somewhere else. But try to avoid numbers. Numbers are not good variable names. So, but please use the underscore whenever you have a compound word. So the convention is actually a snake case. If you are declaring first name, something like this, yeah? Oh yeah, I think you got the point now. So we call this snake case. Yeah, because it goes up down like this. Oh yeah, so floor division means, for instance, you guys know, I think instead of this also, I can say B by A. And what's the floor division of B by A? So that means 4 divided by 3, it's 1 times. And then you can print this value. Can I say print total? What do you expect? Oh. Yeah, 7. But how about if I do also print div. Sometimes it's hard to know where these numbers are coming, so you can add some label. The total is, and I can add here, the difference is. Yeah, guys, it's good. Now you know where those values are coming from, and you can say print the product is, and then you can call the product variable product and print the remainder is, and print the then the floor division is, and then you call the floor or division. And something I didn't do, actually, the exponential. Let's do the exponential of some b the power of a, for instance. What's b for the power of 3? That means 64. Yes, I can say print the exponential value, and then for the time being I just exponential. Then if you just do now, you may see a value somehow clear, and you know what value is coming from where. The total is 7, the difference is 1, something like this. Great. Now we did arithmetic using also variables. These are variables. Do you get how you declare variable names? Variables. Can you just type one for me? Variables. Did you get them? How you declare a variable? Yes, we will do more. Now we declared variables so far with numbers. How about if I declare first name, and I can say Asabene, and then last name, I can go for my last name, the string again, age 150, is married, true. By the way, when we were talking about data type, we didn't talk about Booleans here. Booleans are actually data types, and their value are true or false. So Booleans data types are very important in programming. To make decisions, to do lots of conditionals, we have to know what Booleans. So is Sabina is married? Yes. Is raining? Surprisingly now, it's raining here. So is it going to be true or false? No one cares. True, yes. Oh yeah, now city, Helsinki. Yeah, now I'm about to write skills of this person. What kind of data type do you think to use? Skills of this person. Because it says, yeah, list, because we are talking about list. Okay, this person may have HTML skills, and he may have CSS, and maybe he may have JavaScript, and he may have also Python. Do you have a question? If you don't, it would be nice if you mute your mic. Yeah. Okay, great. So as you can see, list of some values. Great. And address, for instance, address of this person. I think it would be dictionary. Yeah. The country, where's the country actually? Okay, it's Finland. And then city, maybe you can say Espoo or Helsinki, and postal code. Postal, as you can see now, it's the word, so postal code, and then you may give some kind of 0 to 210, and then street. The street, some space street. And have you seen? So this dictionary is actually a map of key value, or pairing. So you can see this, right? You don't have to be a programmer to understand, hey, I want to give you an address of something. Yeah, the country is actually going to be Finland, and the city is actually Espoo, and their postal code is actually this. And they live in a space street where the number is not mentioned. So yeah, anyway, you got it, right? This is so clear to read it for someone who is not a programmer. Is it okay to read? Guys, do you get the idea of this? If you just get it? Yeah. Okay, just also to make another dictionary, let's do Finnish to English dictionary, okay? Finnish to English dictionary, okay. Language dictionary, language, and we'll like call it dictionary. And I can say Kyria, and then it's going to be a book, yeah? And then very small, and it's going to be talo, and it's going to be house. And it's going to be something else, maybe pota, maybe I don't have that. Oh, I have to change, but you got it what I mean. And it's going to be table, okay? Then it goes, maybe what else? Oh, just yeah. And then student. Have you seen this? We call it also this is, or this, we call it dictionary. So we are mapping key value, key value, key value, key value. Great. So this is actually variables. Is it clear so far, guys? Okay, great. But now, as you can see, I want to print something that says Sabine. I am Sabine. I am 250 years old. I live in Helsinki, Finland. Yeah, so I want to write this. Guys, as you can see, it's going like this, yeah? If it goes, there is this another setting I want to fix, word wrap, word wrap. You can change this to word wrap to on. I think this will fix. And no? I was expecting, yeah, I think it's not yet. Okay, good enough. So now let's create this value. How do we create this? Because this is good enough already, you have learned how to declare variables, but now let's move on to different data types officially, because now I want to talk about just specifically numbers.py. Numbers, data types, numbers, data types, and you've been learning about number data types. And after this, we will have, as I told you, you can say A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 4, but most of the time we don't use such a short variable name. Now it's a number, it's okay. How do we check if this data type is a number or not? You tell me. We've been using a built-in function that allow us to identify a data type. What built-in function do I use to identify the type of these variables? Type. So print type A. So what do you expect from this? I'm expecting integer. Yes. How about again print type B? What data type are you expecting in B from this? Please, of course, it should be integer. Okay, but how about if I have gravity over here, 9.81, and I have pi, 3.14, and I have some complex. Complex is already used. Comp, I can call it just comp. Complex, I can write like this, and 1 plus 3j. So this print type of gravity, I'm expecting from this float, and the pi is also going to be print type of pi, as you can see, and that complex print complex. I shortened this name, as you can see, but if you write like complex, it seems the word is, it has been already reserved. Don't use reserved words. So I can just say it complex. Even this is good for me. Complex. Yeah, as I'm just printing the number. And by the way, I just check the type. Yeah, now we have just finished, covered all the data types related to numbers. And what do we do with numbers? What do we do with numbers most of the time? Calculations. Yeah, calculations, especially arithmetic operation. Arithmetic operation like, yeah, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and floor division, modulus. Recording. What? Modulus and also exponential. All this we've been doing that. I think why is this not breaking? I am expecting this word wrap. Word wrap. On word wrap. I think by now. Yeah, I think now it's wrapped. Great. Yeah, this is related to numbers, but now let's move on to Booleans.py. We will talk about Booleans in here. Booleans. What are Booleans? The value of Booleans are actually true or false. So we can declare like, is married someone? Yeah, he's married. True. Is raining? I mean, yes, it's raining. That's true. Is he a student? Is a student someone? True or false? Yeah, false or maybe false. Depends. But actually, we can also compare something. For instance, we don't know this value yet, but if we compare something, 8 is greater than 7. What Boolean value are we storing here? 8 is greater than 7. Because the value of this is true and we are storing true. But remember that in Python, when we write true or false, it should be uppercase, the first letter is uppercase. Then we will come to other operation, but I think I have to have a copy of this since I did this part. I don't want to do arithmetic operation again. Arithmetic arithmetics. I think just this is all the arithmetics we did. I think it's also good to have the printing part if you want to revise it by yourself. So as you can see now, we have a Booleans, but Booleans also can be created by comparison operators. So it lead me to comparisons.py. How do we compare things? A is equal to 3 and B, but we can just compare it without that. Print 3 is greater than 2. But even before that, I want to put all the comparison operators: greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, exactly equal to, not equal to. Yeah, these are. And sometimes even we can use is, yeah, and in to check some membership. Okay, and that create, we will see. Is 3 greater than 2? Yes, that's true. I think it would be nice if we have a 10 minutes break and we will continue after that. Yeah, I will see you soon. Welcome back, everybody. After the short break, here we've been talking about comparison operators like greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and then equal to, is not equal to, is, something like that. So if I compare 3 is greater than 2, it should be true, right? Yeah, great. How about print 3 is greater than or equal to 2, and this should be also true. How about if you say print 2 is 3 is less than 2? Now this is false. And how about if I say print 3 is less than or equal to, again, 2, and this is false too, right? How about if we say also 3 is equal to 3? Yeah, everybody knows this. This should be okay. This should be true. Yeah, it's true. But how about if I say also 3 is different from or is not equal to 2? As you can see, yes, this is not the same, so it should be true. Yes, great. And then how about if I say print 3 is 3? As you can see now, I'm trying to compare something different. This is a string data type, and this is actually a number data type. So this should be also false. And another thing, Python is so crazy, we can say 2 is 2. This is actually is going to be true, as you can say. But if I say print 2 is not 3, this should be also true. Yeah, and if I say print 2 is not 2, and this is going to be false. Yeah, that's why we say Python is like an English language. So maybe how about if I say print there is F in Finland? What do you think about this? We are checking if F exists in Finland. It's going to be true. And how about if Finland has a land? Land in Finland. By the way, this sounds like a very silly example. It's very powerful, very important at some point when we start solving problem. Okay, great. But let me also show you something. Print land. Okay. Sorry, land in Finland. If you check this, this is going to be false because L is uppercase, but in here, it's lowercase, so it's going to be false. Guys, this is what you need to know about comparison operators. Great, well done. So what is left for maybe next week? We have covered arithmetic operators, comparison operators, and in terms of data types, we go step by step, and we have covered also variables, numbers, and yeah, next week, what are we going to talk about? Strings. Strings, .py, but I think even before that, we have to learn a bit of strings today. Still, we have some amount of time, yeah, about 15 minutes. So what is a string? What is a string? String data type. A string data type is actually, for instance, a single character. It could be like A or B, or it could be a paragraph actually, like sentence, like sentence. I could say, I love Python. It is the most popular programming language. As you can see, this is a string, but it has one character, or this, both are strings. If you want to print car, and I should get B. As you can see, if you want to check the length, print length of the car, it should be 1, right? Of course, yes, it should be 1, but the length of this could be very, maybe, I don't know, about 50, 70, the length of the sentence. Let's see. 54. When we count this, it also includes the empty space. Maybe I can say language. Language, what's the language we are talking about? Python. What is this? What data type is it? The data type I'm declaring, I think it's better if I talk about the country we love the most, and that is Finland. And let's just say Finland. What kind of data type do you see here? Oh no, no one knows? Or are you just tired? I'm waiting for your answer, guys. Yes, string data type. So string data types do have also, let me check the value of the length of the country. You know that, you guys, it's going to be 7, we know it. And as I show you also, we can check something if land exists in the country now. Now I'm checking, as you can see, yeah, it should be true. And I can also change, hey, print country. I want to actually change it to uppercase. Now we have been using built-in function, and now I'm using method. As you can see, dot and some function that we call it actually a method. If there's a dot, it change this to Finland. Yeah. If I say some statement or statement, I can call it statement. A statement may say, I love Finland. Okay, so if I want to change a print statement dot upper, and if you do that, everything will be uppercase. Yeah. But title case is also possible. Statement. Maybe let's also check the lower, changing everything to lower. Oh yeah, as you can see. Or print statement, everything to title. Title case means changing this and this and this to uppercase. Let's see, because I didn't invoke or call the function yet. Oh yeah, I love Finland. Great. We can even swap. It's so crazy. Swapping means actually if it was lower, we change it to upper, and if it was upper to lower, swap case. Python is so crazy. Have you seen now? I love Finland. F was capital. Now it's a small or lower. Yeah, that is one of. And even we can use is, for instance, print statement is lower to check if this is lower. No, it's not. All the letters are not lower, so it's going to be false actually. And you can use is lower, is upper, is title. We can use these methods to check. Yeah, but in addition, I want to use the variables we declare somewhere. I think we declare it somewhere here. Maybe here. Yes, I want to take this value. Okay. Okay, and I want it to be here. Now let's talk about concatenation. Full name. We can add first name plus last name. If I print this full name, so as you can see, I have first name, last name. Full name can be created by concatenating the first name and the last name. And if you print this value, you may see my name, but it doesn't have space. That doesn't sound normal. And you should add some space and in between. Now this should be okay. Yeah, now actually the plan, as I told you last time, here I want to print something like this. It should say I'm Sabine, and I can say I am, and then I can plus full name plus string. Maybe I can say plus I am plus age, but age has to be changed to string, plus years old. And I want to say plus I live in Finland. I live in Helsinki, Finland. So Helsinki is a city. So city plus, and then Finland is coming also from the data country, and plus dot. Then I have to print this. It's messy code, but I will show you how to simplify this messy code plus this string and then this data coming from here. And then again, this string and the age. I may get something. I am Sabine, I'm 250 years old. So again, I live in Helsinki, Finland. Yeah, but actually we can make this better. Okay, how? I can just take this value and I will show you different way of writing. You can say print and F, and you may use the dot format, and then what you should full name, and then actually age, and then city, and then country. And then you should merge, you have to create this curly bracket. And then again here, curly bracket. The curly, this goes to here, this goes to here, and this will goes to here for the Helsinki, the city port. And then I have to again create a placeholder for the country, So if I have how many placeholder do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many variables? 1, 2, 3, 4. It matches. Now let's try. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, I got the same thing. Which do you prefer? This method or this method? And even you can even make it shorter. Another very good way of making the same thing. You can use the F, and then instead you don't need actually anything here, the format. So what you should do, you can inject the value here, full name, the full name. I'm just injecting the full name, and then here age, and then here city, and over here I can call the country. And then let's see how many ways of doing the same thing. As you can see, even there's another third way, and we will talk about that later. No, maybe I can also show you another, the old way of doing next to this. You can also do, you don't have to have this, but instead actually we can use this percentage. If it is, what is this called? If it is a string, we can use S, and if it's a number, we can use D, percent D, and if it's a string, we can use again percent S, and percent again here replace with percent S, and then the value will be coming over here again percent, and I have to call all the values full name, and then next to full name I think there was age, and then city, and then country. Yeah, as you can see now, this is another way of writing. Let's see if I have. So as you can see, I wrote it in different way, but I got the same value. But what is this? I am yeah, I think that's just we don't need this A. No, it's just there for nothing. Let's see. Yeah, great. I think we can stop over here. So let's just recap. What did we do today? Yeah, it's very good to recap what we have learned today. Today, we installed the Python, one of the most common or popular programming language in many sectors, in almost any sectors. First, we downloaded and we checked it if it is installed or not. And we just checked Python version. And then we were very sure that we installed it. As you can see, we have Python 3.96. And then actually we open the Python interactive shell over here, and we write some Python script by writing like this, 1 + 2. As you can see, Python is so easy to use. You just print some calculation and it gives you, hey, print 24 by 32, for instance, and it gives you some number. Hey, Python, what is the power of to the power of 10, and it gives you something. And you can even print, I just love Python so very much, and you can just print. So this, the Python interactive shell allows you to write Python script, but most of the time we don't use this. We just use this just to practice or test some short script. I want to also close the command prompt. And then finally, we have to use a standard code editor, and my favorite and most developers' favorite code editor is actually the VS Code. We call this Visual Studio Code. and it's very, very popular. And we installed it and we start using this. And as you can see, it just opens different files, and you can work on different files at the same time. Now I'm closing each and every file, and we are about to close. You can do quite a lot of things on this Visual Studio Code. As you can see, we have now the project, and inside the project, I have week 1. In week 1, I have created this hello.py, and the extension for Python files, as you can see, .py. All Python files should have the .py extension. And then the most important thing also, as you can see here, the VS Code has the terminal. It's integrated with the terminal. If you don't see it, you can also just come here and open it, and it will be opened. And if you don't like it, you can just come and close it one after another. Yeah, and to open it, it's so easy, as you can see. And again, if you use the Python extension, you have installed it already. The Python extension allows you to IntelliSense. IntelliSense means actually it gives you suggestion related to Python. You don't have to memorize everything. It just gives you suggestions, auto-completions, and also indentation. As you can see, about 40 million people are using it. And you should also, in addition, instead of running the Python code over here, actually, if your file is a Python file, it gives you this green button to run your Python. Now let's run this. Of course, it seems that I'm not printing, but let's try print the value. And this value should be actually 8 greater than 7, and I'm expecting true value. Okay, that's true. Yeah. How do you close this? To close this, you can just click on the dark area. You click it, and then it's gone. Everything is gone. Now you can work. You can also just close. If you want to open it again, VS Code, and then it's clean, nothing around. So just open. You have to go to the desktop, and the name of our project was this. You select and bring it here. Let's imagine we are in week 2, and I may create a folder, new folder, week 2. Yeah. Then, as you can see, I am in week 2. I can create a new file, and maybe I can say strings.py or loops, something. Yeah, but no, we are not yet in week 2, so I have to destroy this. I don't need it. I am destroying it. Yeah, I think I'm done with today's lesson. What is next? I have to show you what you should cover. Okay, today we did operators, but we didn't finish all the operators. What operator did we finish? The arithmetic operators we have finished somehow, and the comparison operators. These are the comparison operators. Something we didn't finish, logical operators. So next week we will learn about readme.md. This is documentation for me. And for you too, week 2, we will learn about strings in detail and logical operator and conditional and the list. And if we have time also, we may see loops. Yeah, this is what we are going to. So I have to, yeah, I'm using Markdown. And so it will be, and I will push the code on GitHub, and you will find on GitHub. You guys, when you get lost, you can interact with on the group, ask questions. I may not be available, but someone who knows the answer can give a hint or answer for your question. So use the group to get help. In addition, I will recommend you to make use of the recording. Now I'm about to stop the recording because we have finished today's lesson. Thank you so much.